All right, joining us now, member of the House Appropriations Committee, Democratic Congresswoman Cheri Bustos of Illinois. Congresswoman, it's great to see you. I don't know if it's too early to start the smack talk about softball, which is coming up in a month or two. But let's start with politics.
Early for that.
The Congressional Women's Softball game, I should be clear for all of our viewers. Let's talk about the infrastructure bills. You represent a district that, frankly, has changed quite a bit with the passing of the Trump presidency over the years. It's a swing district that has tilted Republican. I'm curious what you think the reaction to this legislation, this plan, is going to be among your constituents, especially considering that right now there's a plan to spend quite a bit of money on this reconciliation bill. Do you think at the end of the day it's going to help Democrats hang on to the House if they pass this legislation, or do you think they potentially risk a backlash?
I can count like this. That is zero. How many times that somebody I've run into at the grocery store or when I go to the farmer's market that have mentioned the word reconciliation. But I can also tell you that when I'm driving to the grocery store, to the farmer's market, or to a family farm down the road a bit, the crumbling roads, the potholes that are enormous, they want results, and that is it. I am a Democrat in a Trump district, but people just want to see something get done. And I want to say to Chuck Schumer, good for you for setting a deadline. And for the Republicans, and I don't care who they are, who are saying, we can't move too fast on this. Well, really, you know what? We need to move on this. It has become status quo that we have this crumbling infrastructure. Roads and bridges that are long overdue for repair and rebuild, and the flooded out subways, that where the subways go in New York. We don't have those in my district, but Casey, we've got to get this done. And I think if there is a word that we need to focus on between now and the election in 2022, it's results. And I think we're ready to deliver on those.
Congresswoman, would you like to see Speaker Pelosi put the bipartisan piece of the infrastructure deal on the House floor for a final vote before the reconciliation package is finished? I mean, do you think she should move forward quickly on that, assuming that Democrats also get those instructions for the bigger bill out the door? Again, whatever the order is, what the Senate does, what the House does, what goes first, what goes second. I think what we have to do is, I don't want to get into this situation. I was not in Congress when the debate on the Affordable Care Act was going on. In fact, I was working in healthcare at the time. And the stories that folks who have been here for a little while talk about is how the folks on the other side of the aisle kept asking for more and more and more, and kind of stringing everybody along as if they were going to get on board. And then in the end, the Democrats kept giving and giving and giving, and the Republicans never got on board. So I think we need to have a package that is going to serve the American public well. And that is, the President Biden has been talking about this so-called soft infrastructure, but what it is about making sure that our families can succeed, that the middle class can succeed. The child tax credit, that for folks who looked at their bank account yesterday, who have children at home, the vast majority of American families got a little extra help yesterday. That was because of the Democrats. That is going to be one of the greatest lifters out of poverty for children in the history of our nation. And so those are the kind of things that not only do we need to talk about, and whatever the backstory is on the strategy, we just have to get it done. All right, Congresswoman Cheri Bustos, thank you so much for getting up early with us. We really appreciate having you on the show this morning, and see you soon, I hope. Don't practice too hard.